Welcome to this new episode. I am so excited today because we have a very special guest. Her name is Silvana Piedrahita. She is the author of the book The Magic Love, the Method Magic Love. And she's gonna tell us a little bit about herself, how she got to write the book, what it is that she actually does. And I know you're gonna enjoy this conversation because there is so much learning behind it. Welcome, Silvana. How are you?
Hi, Karim. Hi, everyone. I am very happy to be here. It's my first time talking about myself and my programs in English. So I am very excited to talk to this new audience that is going to hear about Magic Love.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start for the beginning because maybe many people don't know much about like how did you end up writing your book? How did you end up actually doing it? So let's start a little bit sharing with us, Silvana. Like what's your story? How did you end up here?
Everything began a long time ago when I was very
Mm-hmm.
little, when I was a girl, and I always thought that there were people that have like a star in their life, and other people that always are crashing and having difficulties to manifest their life they want, and I have like that idea in my mind. Then I began to get older and began to think, what can I do to change my reality? What I can do to manifest the life I want? Because I thought I was part of the second group of the group of the
Mm-hmm.
people that is crashing, that it's very difficult, that life
Mm-hmm.
like I was like a victim of life. So I began to study and do like self-development to understand how I can manifest reality and my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I began to do like different like programs that were like with, I don't know how to say in English, but it's like psychomagic, maybe if you have like the correct
Mm-hmm.
word. Also like the study of the family tree, and I began to work on myself. And when I began to
Mm-hmm.
work in with myself, then I realized that I was like in the power to change my life, my reality, and make my dreams come true. So when I realized that I was like the captain of my own airplane,
Mm-hmm.
I decided I want to share this with other people, that people can make possible what they think is impossible for them. And I was like working a lot in myself
Mm-hmm.
with this. And I began helping people in one-on-one. So I have like these programs where people come to me and we have like a one-to-one. It's like a therapy, but not exactly a therapy. And I began to like document the process and what was doing the people that can achieve the goals and the dreams they wanted to manifest, and what was doing the people that didn't
Mm-hmm.
can manifest. So I began like to document all the process and began to identify the things that I was like implementing, the tools I was given to them, and I began like to create this method to manifest any dream, anything, whatever you wanted. I helped you.
Mm-hmm.
But then I began to I did like a coaching program in marketing. And my coach told me, okay, we need to niche down the people with who you work with. So I was like, I don't want to niche down. I want to work with all the people, all the dreams. I want to help women, men, everyone. But she told me, please, we need to niche down. In that period of my time, I have like a group, and the majority of the group were women who want to be in a relationship. And also, that was a dream I made come true for myself. Because one time when I was younger, I thought I was going to be always single, that no one will ever love me. And all the relationships that I manifest were always the same, um, like the same pattern, the same,
Mm-hmm.
yes, also
Pattern.
pattern,
Pattern. Mm-hmm.
the same pattern. And there were always like emotional absent. They have addiction. I also have like a relationship with a narcissist. So I was like wondering, what can I do? And I implement my own method in me. And
Mm-hmm.
then I met Andres, who is my current partner. We just celebrate our ninth anniversary being together. So on that period of time when my coach told me, okay, we need to niche down, I say, well, this is the people that it's coming to me, women specifically, and this is a dream I understand because it's a dream I once thought was impossible, and now I this is possible to me. So I decided to begin a program specialized in women who wanted to be in a relationship, in a mindful relationship. And I began to like document all the process, all the method, all the tools that I thought were like fundamental to make this come true. And then when I was like working like 2 years with other people in this dream, and they come and they can manifest the relationship they wanted, I decided to write the book. Like, because I also realized that not everyone could have the access to the program. So I decided, okay, if I wrote a book, many people and many women can um, have this information and make this dream come true.
Wow, what a wonderful journey. I'm sure. Well, I've heard this that when you write a book, like when you're reading a book, you're reading the best, like the extracted wisdom of the author. So I definitely can see that everything that you have shared, it's also written in the book in a way that people will actually be able to, it's kind of like be talking to you in a
Yes.
sense.
Yes, yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. It's like the most important and most relevant tools I have used, other people
Mm-hmm.
have used, and that I think uh, work for them and for me.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so you mentioned something that I'm very curious about, so I'm just kind of gonna dig in. What is the difference between people who actually do the work with you and the people who only read the book? Like what, how do you know like, oh, you're to read the book or you're to work with me? What's the difference?
Wow, that's a great question. And I think it's like different like moments of your life, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday I was in a live and someone asked me because I was talking about Magic Love, the program, not the
Mm-hmm.
book. And someone asking me in the live, Silvana, can we get the same results reading the book and making the program? And I told them, yes, you can, because the magic is not in the book. It's not in the program. It's in you. So you
Mm-hmm.
can use whatever tool you wanted to use to
Mm-hmm.
change your life because is the power is in you. Is in the
Mm-hmm.
person. And there are people that like to be like reading and making the exercise of the book, or also there's people that it's like just like opening to these new tools, new mindsets, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
the book it's like a first door to open to this
Mm-hmm.
world of self-development, mindful relationships, and maybe it's just like an intellectual form to activate this new information in you. But the
Mm-hmm.
book has like a lot of exercises and activities that the women can make to
Mm-hmm.
manifest the relationship they want, but they are doing alone with the book,
Yeah.
reading in their own house or in every place they are. And that's like, I don't want to say that's wrong or bad. But something important that's happening to women that have difficulties to be in a relationship is that they are very independent and very alone all the time, and they think
Mm-hmm.
they don't need anybody. So if you read the book and make the exercises because you have to do another thing alone, I think that can be a problem just doing the
Mm.
book. The program, it's like a group program. So there is this value of connection and vulnerability that is
Mm-hmm.
expressing in the program because you have to talk with other women about what's going on to you. You have to be vulnerable, and that's something very important that you can um, coach yourself into to be later in a relationship. Because if you don't
Mm-hmm.
coach that in yourself before, when you are in a relationship and you haven't like developed this ability of like connection and vulnerability and assertive communication, then you are in a relationship and that's like like very important things in a relationship to you to be like with
Mm-hmm.
disabilities. And if you don't have them developed, well, you are going to have problems when you are
Mm-hmm.
with your partner. So I think it's like two type of person in a different moment of their lives. And the more important is why you choose one
Mm-hmm.
tool or the other. The two of them are great. Also, I always say maybe there's other tools, not just my book
Uh-huh.
or my program. Maybe there are other coaches. Some people can go to the church. Some people can practice yoga and have the same results because the power is in the person. And I think that's like my principal message is to
Mm-hmm.
um, like guide these women to realize that they are the power. I call them
Mm-hmm.
in Spanish like chamana guerrera.
Mm-hmm.
That is like a shaman warrior in English,
What, yeah,
or warrior
woman
shaman,
share. Uh-huh.
or warrior shaman in English is like you have to integrate this archetype in yourself. And that's the important thing. And then the tools come to you and you use it
Mm-hmm.
to make magic.
Awesome. You've been mentioning something, a term that I'm not sure if many people know about it, so I would like to kind of explain it. What is a conscious relationship, and why would someone want to have a conscious relationship?
Well, first of all, I think it's like a concept of revolution in love. So
Mm-hmm.
it's an invitation to have like very different relationships than the ones that Hollywood and also like telenovelas have taught to
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm. Soap operas.
Soap operas also. Yes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So when you are in a conscious relationship, I want to address that you are not in a perfect relationship or that everything is beautiful and you are like two spiritual persons being together. All of the contrary. A conscious relationship is two persons with a lot of imperfections and a lot to
Mm-hmm.
learn that are together to evolve and to grow together and to be in the other's life to make the other live better and with more wisdom and happiness and beautiful life.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is that you are like always in this path of being a better person.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me a conscious person and a conscious relationship. It's like I am always here in this relationship to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And if I always want to be better, it's because I have, how do you say, defectos? I forgot.
I have
Flaws,
mistakes. I have
mistakes,
flaws.
flaws, you know,
Uh-huh.
because I have traumas also,
Trauma.
trauma, because I have some things that I have to work on me a lot, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
I am here with you to work together, to help us each other to be a better person. And we have the same like project in life with this relationship. That's for me a conscious relationship. So it's a relationship where you make mistakes, where you sometimes think, I want to end this. I am tired. I don't know if I am going to be able to be together for a long time. But then you sit down and you say, okay, we want to be together. What is happening? Why it's going wrong? What we can be doing better? And the two of them are in the same page, wanting to evolve and to growth and to have this same project of life. That's for me a conscious relationship. It's not perfect. It's not like always happy. It's not always divine, and all the contrary. Most of the time is like this work in progress constantly. That's what I think it's a conscious
Wow.
relationship.
Yeah. I really like that definition. And I want to talk a little bit more about I am a firm believer that everything is not for everyone. So I would like to talk to us who would be a right fit for your program and who is not a right fit. So, because sometimes it's also important to know, okay, maybe that's not for me. And then you also be able to express that. So what would be those two kinds of people?
First of all, I am very esoteric. So I like tarot
Mm-hmm.
cards, astrology, like Akashic
Records.
registers,
Uh-huh.
reincarnation, all of that subjects, I love them. So the program doesn't address them directly. That's my mindset and it's my life. So if people, it's like more religious and have like some taboos, and we are not going to be like a perfect
Mm-hmm.
match for the program. But
Mm-hmm.
also, as I told you, I I realized that this dream of being in a conscious relationship, it's very different of wanting to be in a relationship, plain
Mm-hmm.
relationship. Because many people want to be in a relationship no matter what kind of relationship is in it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I am married, I have my ring in my hand, and we have kids, and we are doing life like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like very mm, I also forgot the word, like como very cotidiano, ¿no? Como
Mm-hmm. Day to
the
day.
day
Yeah.
to
Like
day,
day to day. Uh-huh.
But a conscious relationship. Also, a few
Mm-hmm.
days ago, I was doing a post about this. A conscious relationship, it's a very um, exigente,
Challenging.
challenging choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you decide to have a conscious relationship, you are deciding to be always looking to yourself and catching where you have to grow
Mm-hmm.
and where you can be a better person, and you have to tell to yourself a lot of truth about yourself and what is hurting you, because most of the time you say the other is hurting me, the other is the one that hurt me. No, but what I always say is you have like a wound here, and if another person touch it, that person didn't hurt you. You already have a wound.
Mm-hmm.
So what you have to be like conscious is, okay, I have this. So I have to tell the other person, hey, please don't touch me here because it hurts. And also I have to cover it to not be
Mm-hmm.
like in pain. So when you decide to be in a relationship, you decide to change your mindset, change the way you address your life and how you guide your life. And you
Mm-hmm.
decide that you are responsible of the outcomes of your life. And choosing to be that person is not something everyone is willing to do. People sometimes want to be like, okay, I want to be in life. I don't want to like see myself, confront myself to my fears, to tell me the truth that I maybe sometimes I tell the girls of my program, you are being the toxic one. You are the toxic one today. And they are like, oh my God, I am the toxic. I always thought that the other was the toxic. And now I'm realizing I am also toxic and I am also insecure and I am also with a lot of fear. And for example, many of the women on the program realize I don't want to be in a relationship. Unconscious. I don't want. My conscious want to be in one, but my unconscious don't. So realizing that and being able to see the truth and to work through, it's not easy. So this program is
Mhm.
for someone that is wanting to have like a real change in their lives, a real change in mindset, and that
Mhm.
it's going to be this like a shaman warrior. You know,
Mhm.
like I'm saying, okay, you are going to live a lot of battles when you go. Yesterday I was talking in a post.
Mhm.
Okay, if you want to have a partner and you are going to be in like dating apps and you want to everything like be beautiful and perfect and all the men are going to tell you I love you, that's not is what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that you are going to enter the the dating apps and you are going to have a lot of rejection, a lot of abandonment.
Abandonment.
Yes.
Yes.
And you are going to have like a lot of people that you don't like. And if you don't have the strength to be able to confront that situations and you are going to like renunciar, give
Quit
up. And if you want to
or
give
give
up
up.
all the time, you know, I'm better I give up. When you have like five guys that reject you, you are not you are not developing this ability of being a strength and being this like a shaman warrior, you know.
Mhm.
So not every people or every person is wanting to have this extreme change in their life and be responsible to create their reality. So
Mhm.
it's a program for a very, very, very special women.
Awesome. Okay, and just to finish, Silvana here, what would be the message that you would like to give to all women that are listening to us right now that perhaps feel love is not for them, or that they have tried everything, they're kind of like maybe giving up, or they have deep down this desire and they don't know how to make it happen? What would be the one word or the one message you want to give them?
Well, the first thing I want to tell them is that if they have the desire, it's because that's possible for them. If something in there are telling, I want this, but I think maybe it's not for me, maybe I'm born and I don't have to live this partner situation and blah blah blah. I think
Hmm.
that's not the situation. Because if you have the desire, it's because that's possible for you. I always like say like this example, I don't want to go to the moon. So I don't have that desire, you know, because that's not possible for me. But if I want to go to the moon, maybe that's possible for me if I work on it. So that's the first thing. And the second thing I want to tell them is that it's precisely that emotions that you are describing, the
Hmm.
ones I think they have to work on.
Hmm.
And it's okay, I think maybe this is not for me. I think it's better for me to be alone. Love is so difficult. People, it's bad, etc., etc. There's
Hmm.
where it's important to change the mindset and where your heart is with that information. Um, because that's like the, I don't know how to say it, but like that's the enemy
Hmm.
doing all the effort for you to give up from this dream.
Hmm.
And if you let
Hmm.
it, you know, well, the other win and you lose. But if you really want this, I say, okay, if you like do a program like Magic Love, what it's going to happen is that you are going to have this strength to manage your mindset and to go this is not from one day to another, but it's like, okay, I am catching my thoughts and I think and I know that these are thoughts that I can change and I can
Hmm.
transform. And when I transform what I think, I also transform how I feel. And when I transform how I think and how I feel, I transform how I act. And then my reality is going to change.
Hmm.
So if when person told me exactly what you told me, I am I am seeing that they are just in the battle. They are in the battle in that moment, and that's where change is important to be made.
Hmm. Awesome. So if somebody wants to know a little bit more about what you do, how can they find you, Silvana?
Well, if they just talk English, this is the podcast they can. Well, now the Instagram, it's my principal like platform, and now you can translate every post, so that's a good thing. My handle of Instagram is Silvana Piedraita L, and also if you Google Magic Love. You also can find my podcast, my YouTube videos, and also well the book El Método Magic Love in one.
Awesome. Thank you, Silvana. It's been so great to know a little bit more about you, about your program, and about your book. And I hopefully can see you again and we have another conversation.
Thank you, Karim.